Hello, welcome to Lemon Stews, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Drop. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Sorry, I'm to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Drop, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, this movie comes from the director of Christopher B. Landon, and I'm a huge fan of his work. He's done the Happy Death Day films. He directed Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones, which is actually a really underrated film, and he's also helped write, I believe, 2 and 3. I don't think he wrote 4, but he was on 2 and 3. And to me, those are also very underrated. I actually think the Paranormal Activity franchise as a whole is a very underrated franchise. And, you know, just the way that he works and the way that he writes as well. I don't think he was a writer on this film, but he just gives so much personality to it, and he also runs a very fun set. If you ever listen to people who have worked with Christopher, they always say, hey, he ran a really fun set, everyone was very comfortable, and I do believe the same was for here as well. Everyone seemed pretty relaxed, even though this was a very, very high-tense type of film, and even though the trailer to me was played way too much, it is a very, very good trailer. I mean, the trailer was borderline Speak No Evil level of being just overplayed. I swear every single movie this trailer was being played, but not to the point where I was no longer interested in seeing the movie. I was still very interested in see this film. When it came to Speak No Evil, I was very much completely like I didn't want to see the movie anymore because I saw the trailer so many times. But like Speak No Evil, in this movie, even though the trailer played quite a bit, both of them come from Blumhouse, it's a very good time. I had a really good time with this film. Now, the premise itself is very, very intriguing, right? Violet, who is our main character, goes on a date that she hasn't been on the date in a really, really long time. It's their first date with Henry. He's very charming. He's very good looking. They're having a good time, but she keeps getting these mysterious drops saying, hey, I'm about to plan the worst date of your life, and you need to kill your date, otherwise your son dies. And within that, hijinks presumes, right? And you're also, the main point, the real hook of this movie is that you are trying to figure out who are sending these drops over to Violet. And they do such a great job, you know, presenting characters from the beginning, and then everyone else just kind of flies into the background and they kind of just blend in with everyone. And I'm really curious to see how this set was ran. I don't know if they just said, hey, we're going to shoot it one night with everyone in, because really all these extras that you are paying for, you're just paying for noise. And they're really kind of just there to hang out. Whoever they're sitting with, they're just going to be talking the whole entire time. Besides our other people who, you know, are the suspects of the movie that, you know, come in every once in a while. Everyone else is just in there chilling. So I wonder if there was just one night, okay, everyone's here. We're going to shoot the whole entire movie for the most part, because the most part, this whole movie takes place in this one location. And then after that, anything we need to redo, we'll just bring over the main players that we need, and then we'll just digitally touch it in as it went. Or did we just pay these extras every single night for their shift, where they were just like, hey, I'm just coming over and I'm just going to hang out with Bill. I'm just going to hang out with Megan because that's who I'm seated next to. And we're just going to talk shop for the whole entire duration of the shooting, and then be quiet when we have to be quiet. I'm very, very curious to see that. I'm also very curious to rewatch this movie again, which is a really good notion for it, because, you know, this movie really does live and die by the reveal. And then when the reveal does happen and then everything's about to go down, I was very, very betrayed in a very good way. Because sometimes you can feel betrayed because it feels very cheap. It just really comes from out of nowhere and it doesn't really make any sense. This one, it does make sense. And again, they do such a good job of it, you know, presenting the suspect, but then also them blending in within the background that you don't suspect them. They weren't on my radar in this movie whatsoever, and the script's very strong too within this. Every line really comes back within it, and it also helps you knock down suspects as it goes. Like, something will be presented and you go, okay, well, now I know that they are either male or female. I do know who they are. Okay, so this eliminates these suspects, and it does keep you guessing all the way through to the point where you do really feel like it's this one character, and then it swerves you and it takes you the other direction, and you just feel very, very gutted when all is revealed. I will also say there's a couple of spots, because, you know, you're very limited within it, because our main character is just feels very, very helpless. Because, you know, our person has eyes everywhere and is able to watch every move that she is making, that when she does, she is able to maneuver away where she does have some help. And there is just this part where she is just looking, she's just locked in on this person, even though they finally got her attention, right? She finally got their attention and she just stays locked in on them. I'm just like, girl, you gotta learn to like not be as obvious. Would it have helped either way? No, but I really would appreciate it if she just would have like just looked away a few times instead of just constantly locking in on this person with the help me eyes. Because again, you already got their attention within it. And I do also think within the third act, it got a little too big in some areas because, you know, we're very grounded for the most part within this film. And then, you know, when everything's going down, all's revealed, and now it's a race against the clock, if you will. It just goes so big, and I'm just like, I don't think you needed to do that. I kind of appreciate that you did that, but I really don't think you needed to do the stunts that you did. You could have took it. It's really one stunt for the most part that I'm just like, yeah, you didn't really need to do that. You probably could have saved some money there, and you could use it within these other stunts and make those feel much more grand, if you will. But overall, again, I had a very good time at the movies. And ironically, I do think this is a great date movie because this is a movie that we can all really relate to. If you are with someone that you've been dating for a while, maybe you're official at this point, this is something you can reminisce on, like, hey, have you ever been on a date like that? Well, no, a murder was never involved, but I have had this situation happen to me. Like, throughout this dinner, I'm like, I've been there. I felt that way. Man, I really feel for this guy. And again, like, you know, it's very, very relatable. Our main characters, the people who are on the date, they have very, very great chemistry. They bounce off of each other very, very well. The writing is very superb. Again, it feels very natural throughout. The suspects, they do very good at being suspicious, but then yet also very trusting. And again, blending within the background. Would be very curious to rewatch this movie just to watch the backgrounds, to pay more attention to that now that I know what is happening, and also just to see again if, you know, they were doing what they said they were doing within the background, and just to see if I could pick up on that, or again, they were just talking with the person that they were seated with. But yeah, I cannot recommend this movie enough. If I had to rank this on the lemon scale, where it goes sour lemon at the bottom, expired store-bought lemonade, bad, but hey, there is some good. Store-bought lemonade, really good, but hey, there's a lot of bad in there. Lemonade, it's a movie. Freshly squeezed lemonade, very good, minor problems within it. And then strawberry lemonade at the top because that's the best kind of lemonade. To me, Drop is honestly a freshly squeezed lemonade. Again, I had a very fun time at the movies. Very minor nitpicks here and there. But again, on a rewatch, I might appreciate it a little bit more. Never felt the need to check my phone for the time to see where we were at. Great tempo throughout. Christopher B. Landon does it again. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing it again. So let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. Leave a like if you made it this far within the review. I do greatly appreciate it. Again, hit that subscribe button as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.